Hello again, it's Paul here, and I'm here to tell you about the story of my beautiful 1978 Morgan 44 1600. I'm going to be telling you a bit about the history of the car and how it came to be that I ended up buying this car in the first place. So stick around. By the way, before I forget, I want to thank everyone who viewed the recent video I did on my Daimler Super 8 and all the brilliant feedback. It was nice to hear, and I listened to a few people who said about the noise, and I bought a mic, so hopefully that's a wee bit better. So what we're going to do a little walk around on the car, and then I'm going to tell you the story about how I bought this in Italy. It's a funny old story, so stay tuned. The car is a 1978 Morgan 44 1600, and this car came out of the factory in Old English white. The car came with the wire wheels. It's the 8th iteration, so they've been making this car since 1936, and they came in lots of different styles, some with 4 seats. This is a 2-seat setup with room in the back here for your baggage, and we have a rack on the back, and we actually have a suitcase that came with the car. The car is a one owner from new. It's still on its Italian plates, and it originally started life in the UK. The first and only owner went from Italy to college in Oxford, and his father bought him this, like you do, and he did his 4 years, got his degree, and when he was coming home he took the car with him and had it ever since, until I took it off his hands. This car came fitted with the Ford Kent Crossflow 1600. This engine was in these cars from 1968 until 1982, so quite a run they had. We'll show you a look at the engine here now. You can approach it on either side. We'll give it a wee start in a minute. Just have a wee look at the size of it there. Beautiful little bit of kit. It's mated to a Ford 4-speed gearbox, and it's a very reliable machine altogether. It always starts, runs very smoothly. With this car you have 3 options with the roof. You have this nice cover here which tidies things up at the back when you're dropping your windows off, which we can show you later on, and you get the full maximum effect of the sun. I was going to say wind in your hair, but I have no hair, so the other options are you can cover this completely here, so if you're out on a run and afraid it might rain, you can click it in right in here in the dash. And then the third option is the full roof, which we'll show you later as well, and then you can have the windows on or off. I think the standout feature in this car is that beautiful front. It's so classically British, but it's also unmistakably Morgan. This car has been, as I said, in Italy nearly all its life, from it was 4 years old, and has not seen much in the line of rain, and certainly saw no frost, and therefore no salt. So it's a supreme example. I think the white, that Old English white with the chrome, sets it off really, really well, and the finish on the paintwork is superb. Since the car doesn't come with a boot, you have a rear parcel shelf which could take 2 reasonable sized bags. And what came with the car was an original case. I think it might even predate 1978, and this was the original owner's case, and he had a couple of large straps, strap it down and off you go. So the story of how I bought this car, I was in Italy. I was collecting an old Ferrari that I bought, which I'll do a video of maybe next. And I said to the guy that had given me the details on the Ferrari originally to put the deal together, if you find anything else that's right-hand drive and over 30 years old, because the import taxes here in Ireland are very high, so if it's over 30 years old, it's €200 as opposed to maybe many thousands. So I said, if you find something over 30 years old, right-hand drive, and he said, before you go home, a friend of mine is going to sell his car. He's had it for over 40 years. So I went to look at the car, fell in love with it straight away, and did a deal, had it shipped home to Ireland. It had been sitting for a while because there's only 58,000 miles on it, and we had some recommissioning works to do, but the condition is what it's all about. So this is the interior of the car. The main thing you see, of course, is this old wooden steering wheel. You have your very important RPM in front of you, your temperature, amps, oil, fuel, water, and your speedo. 58,881 miles. Not too bad for a car that's, 46 years old. The tiniest wipers you ever saw are on this car. I'll just give it a squirt at the wiper first. Look at that. 4-speed manual, and your handbrake, which is a little bit of a quirky thing to use, but it's lovely. And a little tiny mirror here. You have two mirrors then on the front wings, and that's it. They didn't even put seatbelts in these cars back in the day. You didn't need to. So I think it's time to start her up, as they say, and show you what it's like moving around. So it's easy enough started. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video and you know a wee bit more about Morgans than you did before. So maybe again, subscribe and click like, it all helps. Thanks very much. See you in the next one.